So I wanted to take a few minutes with this video to talk about 3 interesting PlayStation 5 stories, and if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it, and as always, it's very much appreciated. Now the stories I wanted to cover in today's video includes the return of Silent Hill on PlayStation 5 with more information coming out, the PlayStation Showcase event seems like it's happening, which is exciting, and this week we should get more information on PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2, PS1, and PSP games landing on PlayStation 5. First, yes or no, do you think Sony will have an event soon or not? Before we dive into any of the information, I want you guys to let me know if you think Sony will have an event, not if they should or if they need to, if you think they will have an event or not. Sony has a lot to show, and I've said that before, and they seemingly have been holding back their cards for some time now, so it makes sense for a show to happen. But what do you guys think? So comment below, yes or no, if you think Sony will have an event soon or not. Let me know down in the comments below. Now diving into the first story of the video, the breaking news from this morning. Sony have officially revealed the games list for the new service. I actually already had recorded a session discussing Sony revealing this specific news this week, and then bam, out of nowhere, Sony does it this morning, and now I had to redo an entire section of this video, which is this. But here we are. Sony has revealed the initial list. It seems the first region set to get the service is the Asian market, set to go live on the 24th, Tuesday next week. So I've looked through this myself, and the initial look is both kind of disappointing but also exciting. Let's go through this. I'll let you go through the entire list yourself, but in terms of highlights from the article, looking through the PlayStation 4 games list, it's a lot of games that were already included in the PlayStation Now service, which is what some guessed. So seeing that wasn't as exciting, but seeing something like Demon's Souls remake or Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut being out there is crazy, because those are both top-tier PlayStation 5 games that you can get on the extra tier of the service. That's just $99 a year. That's insane. Add to that Returnal and Spider-Man Miles Morales. Those 4 games alone are worth that price. From third party, you actually do have some highlights as well here, like Guardians of the Galaxy and Assassin's Creed Valhalla, both being on the service as well in the extra and premium tier. Moving over to the classic games, this is more disappointing than exciting for me personally from what we're seeing so far. This isn't the whole list, but it's not a great start. In terms of exciting stuff, as predicted, classic games will get boost in frames and FPS and resolution, so that's awesome. Sony also mentions a new UI for these titles that allows you to rewind the game and save the state at any time, which is what you get from an emulator, but it's nice to see that from Sony. What was a surprise is that PlayStation 1 and PlayStation Portable games you've already purchased in the past, you don't have to buy again. They're yours to play without the PlayStation Plus service. Beyond that, you can purchase these titles outside of the service as well, so you can buy Siphon Filter without needing this new PlayStation Plus service. Sony states that the FPS/resolution boost is for some titles, so we'll have to see which ones. I assume it's the titles they've listed, because it's not like they listed 100 titles. They listed a few titles here. I'm assuming all of those should get this FPS and resolution boost. And more specifically, this is for PlayStation 1 and PlayStation Portable titles. And the reason for that is because the PS2 games on this list are pretty much what was on PlayStation Now before, which is disappointing. They're just the PlayStation 2 remasters we had before. I was hoping Sony would bring more. This is just the initial list, so it could change, but it doesn't give me hope right now. My hope was broken a bit more when I saw the initial PlayStation 3 list, which has games that were also majorly on PlayStation Now before. Where is Resistance 1? 2? Where is Ratchet & Clank Future Tools of Destruction? Motorstorm 1, Motorstorm Pacific Rift. So many games I want from the PlayStation 3 era, but I don't see on this initial list. My hope here that new games will come to the service sticks on the fact that the original Demon's Souls is on this list, which wasn't on PlayStation Now before. So this could mean that when the full list drops, a bunch of new PS3 games will be there as well if Demon's Souls is added onto this list, this initial list right now. Sony also showed off PlayStation Plus trials with select games you can play. So the trial service, the time limit is 2 hours, as we know before. It only counts when you're playing, which I hope that was the case. Of course, it's only 2 hours. I would hope that it only counts when you're playing. There's only 6 games on the list right now, but I'm sure more will be added. Not only 6, hopefully more and more new titles get the trial feature. And just as I was finishing off writing this story, Ubisoft announced Ubisoft Plus Classics is coming to PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium at launch. This will bring games like Far Cry 3 Remastered, South Park, Fractured But Whole, and Stick of Truth, along with other titles to the service, the PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium tiers. At launch, there will be 27 Ubisoft games on the service, and that number will grow to 50 by the end of the year. Sony also confirms that the PlayStation Plus Premium and Extra tiers list will be updated every middle of the month, so monthly. It's not at the beginning of the month because the PlayStation Plus games for the month will be added then, similar to how it is now. So you get the PlayStation Plus games for the month at the beginning of the month and the PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium tier games at the middle of the month. Honestly, looking at all of this in terms of value, PlayStation is hitting it hard here. PlayStation Plus Extra looks like the most bang for your buck, $99 a year, and you get Demon's Souls Remake, Returnal, Spider-Man, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Guardians of the Galaxy. That's pretty solid value. As for the legacy titles, I really hope Sony does bring more games, because if they're not going to and mainly stick with what was there before, PlayStation Plus Extra might be the spot to be at. But you guys let me know if you're going to subscribe to this to the new service or not. Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the first story of the video, the return of Silent Hill on PlayStation 5. So last week we spoke about leaks in regards to Silent Hill. They were images posted by leaker Dusk Golem over on Twitter. What gave these leaks more credibility is that they were taken down not long after they were posted, making them seem like real images from this potential Silent Hill title. As we've heard from rumors, there are multiple Silent Hill games in development, and one of them seems to be in the works for Sony as a PlayStation 5 exclusive. That's the rumor we heard before those recent image leaks. Today, we've got more possible information on the Silent Hill franchise, reading from the website Segment Next. In addition to existing rumors about ongoing Silent Hill projects, a Silent Hill 2 remake has now been suggested to be in active development. Taking to Twitter earlier today, known leaker Nate the Hate stated that he has heard about a full-blown Silent Hill 2 remake from developer Blooper Team with reworked puzzles and new endings. The remake will also apparently release as a timed PlayStation console exclusive title. Furthermore, the alleged Silent Hill 2 remake is only one of several unannounced Silent Hill projects. The acclaimed horror franchise is also said to have a new installment in the works, which would be the 9th mainline entry in the franchise following Silent Hill Downpour nearly a decade ago. So Nate here is saying a Silent Hill 2 remake is coming exclusively to PlayStation 5, along with a new Silent Hill entry title in the franchise to continue the story, so a completely new game in the franchise. One thing this article doesn't note is that he also says side stories in his tweet. Is this DLC or smaller Silent Hill games? Maybe one of them could be for PlayStation VR 2. I personally hope that maybe one of these could be for PSVR 2. I hope so. What's also interesting is that recently we saw an agreement deal happen between Blooper Team and Sony for releasing titles from the studio into the new PlayStation Plus service. The statement reads, the management board of Blooper Team SA, with its registered office in Kharkov, hereinafter referred to as the issuer, informs that today the issuer has concluded a significant license and distribution agreement with Sony Interactive Entertainment for the distribution of selected issuers' titles in the new distribution system. So that pretty much sounds like PlayStation Plus, the new service. This sounds like Blooper Team's titles, maybe past and new titles, could come to the PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium tiers. Now, will this include a day one launch of the Silent Hill 2 remake? Who knows, but that would make the service even more enticing for people to jump into or jump from basic PlayStation Plus Essential to Extra and Premium tiers if you can get new day one titles like Silent Hill 2 Remake on there. So for me, all this sounds exciting. The only worrying part is Blooper Team is going to handle the Silent Hill 2 Remake. I personally haven't played the medium, but I've also heard it wasn't the greatest alongside the Blair Witch Project, which is another game from the studio. But this is a remake, so hopefully it goes out well because there's kind of a guideline of how this game should play out, but we'll see how this goes. Now, diving into the second story of the video, the PlayStation Showcase. So we spoke about this recently, that rumors are pointing to Sony having a PlayStation Showcase of sorts, or an event of sorts sometime soon. Right now it's pointing to June that Sony is set to have an event. What's more interesting is that this comes from the same person who said Sony might not have an event in June, and we covered that literally a few days ago on Friday. But here we are back again, and Jeff Grubb reveals that a PlayStation event is possibly set to happen in June. He stated this on his recent podcast episode. I'm also hearing from multiple people that Sony will actually have a show the first week of June. I can't confirm that, but I'm hearing from a bunch of different people. Maybe that's just scuttlebutt. I can't confirm that, so I'm not putting it on the Games Mess list, but maybe Call of Duty shows up there instead. So two interesting pieces of information there, where he mentions the first week of June and Call of Duty showing up there. I say that's interesting because credible rumors point to an initial reveal of Modern Warfare 2 happening on June 2nd. Leaker the Ghost of Hope on Twitter stated this not too long ago. June 2nd for Modern Warfare 2 reveal trailer. From what I'm hearing, I was told May 30th, but it is the same week, so close enough. So this seems to line up. Call of Duty reveal could be happening at the PlayStation event. Again, Sony has a ton to show at this point, and I've said this to death. Add the Silent Hill 2 remake to that list, and Sony seems to have a pile of games to be shown off, but just holding back for the right moment. Hopefully the right moment is here, early June, maybe June 2nd, which is also a Thursday, and as we all know, Thursdays are usually days where Sony tends to have events. Also, if this is a showcase, one of those bigger events, Sony tends to announce these a week ahead of time. So maybe we could hear something May 25th or 26th, depending if it's happening on the Wednesday, June 1st, or the Thursday, June 2nd. But you guys let me know if you think Sony will have an event in early June or not. Let me know down in the comments below. If you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button, as it always helps. So subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is the body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with "It's a fresh week." Instead of saying it's a new week or it's another new week, it's a fresh week. We're changing it up this time around, but hopefully the point here is that Sony announces some good stuff this week. You know, the games list, maybe some other stuff. We'll see how this goes, but if you're excited that it's a new week with possible announcements, destroy the comment section with "It's a fresh week," and I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do, because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.